guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here. So I just filmed this video, except it wasn't filming, so that's annoying, but I'm here today to do my currently reading video. Basically I'm going to talk about the books I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading 4 books, so let's get started. So the first book that I'm currently reading needs no introduction, you'll all know it, and it is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. This is the last book in the Harry Potter series, and you might know if you've watched other videos of mine. At the end of 2016 I started rereading these again, and now I'm on the last one, so only this one to go. This is probably one of my favourites of the whole series, and it's probably also my least read, just because I used to reread the other books as new ones came out, and obviously this is the last one, so I'm really excited because, like I said, I love this one. I might, when I reread this, I think afterwards I'm probably going to watch the film. Like I say, this is the final sort of dramatic conclusion and I adore it, so this is the first one I'm reading. Next up, I'm reading a book by another one of my favourite authors, and that is Jackie Collins's Deadly Embrace. Jackie Collins writes a lot about like Hollywood lifestyle, I suppose. It has a lot of sex and drugs and rock and roll, and it's not like, this isn't going to change your life, but it's really entertaining and I love reading about it. There's usually lots of characters in her books, like you kind of hear it from all different sides and all different people. This one is about Madison Castelli, who is a journalist, and she just found out at the beginning of this book that her father has lied to her and that he actually has some kind of dealings with the mob. And so she flies out to be with her best friend, Natalie DeBarge, who is a radio personality. And then the both of them get caught up in a restaurant hostage situation. And it's about that, and it's about other people kind of and how they interact. I guess it's about the other, I haven't really read too much of this one, but I think it's about like the other people in the restaurant. I also think that her dad's obviously comes into play somewhere in this. So yeah, I love Jackie Collins. One of the first books that I remember reading was Jackie Collins, because I remember I took it from my mum's bookshelf and I used to hide it under my bed as I was reading it. Like if I heard someone coming, I'd like hide it under the bed because I was really scared I would get in trouble for reading a book that was a bit naughty. But I love this, and yeah, so I have fond memories. Jackie Collins unfortunately has died now, which is very sad, and it means we won't get any more fantastic books, but she has a lot, so it's not as if we don't have lots to read. So yes, I'm reading this one. The third book I'm currently reading is Stephen King's 11/22/63, and this is my second ever Stephen King book. I read Duma Key last year and really liked it. This one I feel like I'm going to like more. I've only read about 100 pages so far, but it's basically, it's not actually a horror novel as such, it's a novel about time travel, and basically this follows the main character, who's a teacher. One of his adult students from his sort of night classes writes an essay about when he was younger, his dad murdered his whole family, and he gets very the teacher gets very emotional about this, and then the next day the man who owns the local diner rings him up and says, look, you need to come over, I need you to see something. And basically he shows him in his pantry that he has a portal that takes you back to 1958, and this was just before the man's family is all killed. And basically the diner owner says to him, I want you to go back and live there for 5 years and then stop the assassination of President Kennedy. So he kind of has like two motives, like he wants to go back to do that, and he also wants to go back to help this man's family, and not like so that they're not killed. I'm really excited about this book. The writing in this is fantastic so far. Like I said, I've only read 100 pages and this is a sort of 750 page book, but I adore it. I love the way Stephen King writes. I think that his writing is amazing. It really brings it to life, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so I like this one. I will definitely be reading more Stephen King as well, because honestly I've not been disappointed so far. And then the final book that I'm currently reading is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader by C.S. Lewis, and this is the 5th book in the Chronicles of Narnia series. I'm not reading this in any order because I've read all these before, and I know the stories, so I don't really feel like I need to read them specifically. I've already read the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe recently, so this is kind of my next one. This basically follows 2 of the main 4 Pevensey children in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Lucy and Edmund, who are the two youngest. And they go to stay with their cousin Eustace, who they don't like, he's horrible. And then one day they're all in the guest bedroom, and basically this picture comes to sort of life and starts flooding the room, because the picture is of a ship. And then they all kind of get dragged into this picture, and then they all end up on the Dawn Treader, which is the ship basically. And then they end up in Narnia on a quest to discover what happened to these people. It's a long story. But yeah, no, I really love this. I loved C.S. Lewis's writing. I think he really brings the images out and makes it really interesting to read. And because I've seen the TV series, I kind of have a picture of it anyway. So yeah, I'm reading this currently, and I've got 3 more to read, I think, after this one. So yeah, I'm excited. So that is my currently reading video. That's all the books I'm currently reading. I'd love to know what you are currently reading, so leave me a comment in the comments below and I will get back to you, and we can kind of share books that we're reading and loving. So like this video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you next week. Bye guys!